teachers, are you ready to build reading confidence and fluency in your students while helping prevent that summer slide? Let's dive into quick, effective routines for reviewing high-frequency words. Whether you're in kindergarten or upper elementary, these activities will keep your students from having that summer slide. High-frequency words are the most common used words in a text. Words that kids need to recognize in a snap. Many are decodable, but some are heart words, words with irregular parts we teach to students as know by heart. Let's walk through a review that's fast, focused, and fun. So for this activity, you would need index cards, hula hoops, or tape, and bean bags or something to toss. So you start by writing high-frequency words on index cards, and you lay them inside the hula hoops or squares made with tape. Then the students can toss the beanbag or the eraser into the areas. Whichever word they land on, they can say it and segment it. You can also have students write them on the sidewalk in hopscotch boxes. Then students can hop with one foot or say whatever word they land on. Another way to do this is a ping pong toss. So you'll need some cups, a ping pong ball, and you write the high-frequency words on the side of the cups and set them up kind of like a triangle and let the students toss the ping pong balls. Whichever one they land on or whichever cup they hit, if they have a hard time getting it in, they can read that word or possibly use it in a sentence if they're ready. And remember to start these activities with quick review of these words. So keep it brisk, say the word, tap it out, and move on. So let's talk about heart word practice. There's a few activities that you can do to review this. One activity, you'll need some index cards, stickers, or highlighters. And for this review activity, you can write the heart word on an index card, for example, the word said. And next, you can get some heart stickers or a highlighter, and students can read and decode these words while identifying the heart part, the tricky part or the irregular part that doesn't follow this pattern. And remember, if you don't have any stickers, the students can just highlight that part, or they could draw a heart under or over the part, the tricky part. So for example, here's the word said, right? We hear s-e-d, but we see S-A-I-D. That A-I does not follow the rules. It's a heart part. This tricky part, we have to remember by heart. So for another activity, you can do a word sort. So have a sorting mat or a T-chart, and your students can sort the words into either decodable or irregular words. The words that follow phonics rules and the words that break phonics rules, or the tricky part. And after you're done, discuss those patterns in each category. If you have advanced students, you can have another category that says somewhat irregular. Another one of my favorite activities is Irregular Word Bump. So you'll need some dice, a mat that has your irregular words on the board, and pop cubes. Each person gets 10 of the same color, the other person gets 10 of another color. Now, the way to play this game is students will roll a dice and they will match their pop cube to the corresponding irregular word on their board. If they read it correctly, they cover the word with a pop cube. If they roll the dice and they get that same word, they have an opportunity to put another pop cube on if they read it correctly, and they get to claim that word safe by having a double stack of pop cubes. Nobody can bump it. Now, if another student rolls the same word and they only have one pop cube, they can bump that pop cube and claim it as theirs and hopefully get a double stack. And the first to cover all their words wins. Now let me show you another great activity to review those high frequency words. Let's use the words in a sentence. This helps build memory and meaning. This is very important. So let's use the word said. I'll make a sentence using the word said. I said, it's time for lunch. And you encourage students to say their own sentence with the word, and they can draw it, write it, or act it out. Another fun activity I call rhyme time. You'll need a whiteboard and markers for this one. So in this activity, you're going to write a word such as where, and you review the heart parts and why it's irregular. And then next you have the students come up with rhyming words that have the same tricky part as where. And then students might say there, and then they can mark those words with the tricky parts or the hearts. Another example would be we, and hopefully those students will come up with the rhyming words with the same kind of rules: she, he, we. You could also do would, could, should, my, by, why, or for, and so on. And another activity you can have is classifying again. So I really love this one. It really gets your kids thinking. You can give them the words on cards or have them on sticky notes, and then they get to decide the categories. So if I have words such as life, light, line, five, ride, then they would categorize those as long I. You could do VCE words. You could do all kinds of things, but it really gets those kids' brains working. And those are just a few. Just a few minutes a day reviewing high frequency words or heart words boosts fluency, writing, and confidence. Keep it short, keep it consistent, and keep it fun. You've got this, teachers.